What do you mean by this, Jessica? What's going on?
What are you talking about?
Why in the world did you have to suddenly throw water on me like that?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? But what I want to know is why you're here in the first place. Why are you at the hospital?
Why, you ask? Well, you're the one who asked me to bring your change of clothes, right? That's why I'm here with them.
I asked Dad to bring them, not you. So why on earth are you the one bringing them here?
Dad had an urgent situation come up, and I was the one who had to step in. That's why I ended up bringing them instead of him.
If I had known you were going to bring them, I never would have asked. Having someone like you come to visit me is only going to make me feel worse. You don't understand how bad it is for me.
Wait, why do you hate me so much?
What? You're really that clueless, huh? How do you not understand something so simple?
I don't understand. Why do you hate me?
Because you're a high school dropout, that's why. It's just so embarrassing to have a sister like you. I can't even begin to describe how shameful it is.
That's really cruel.
Honestly, you should try seeing things from my perspective for once. It's so humiliating to have someone like you as my sister. Just the fact that you exist is enough to cause me trouble. I wish you would at least recognize that.
I can't believe it. You don't even know why I didn't continue my education, do you?
It's because you're dumb, right? There's really no other explanation. What else could there be?
You.
Ugh, fine, whatever. I don't want to talk to a high school dropout like you anymore. I'm done. Just take those clothes back. They're soaked, and they're not even in a condition to be worn. They're ruined.
You're the one who poured water on them, though.
It doesn't matter. Either way, since you touched them, they need to be washed now. Just go tell Dad to bring me new clothes, and make sure you take responsibility for what happened. Tell him you dropped them or that you spilled something on them. Do not, under any circumstances, say that I'm the one who made them dirty.
How can you be so selfish?
What? I'm the one who's sick here, and you're talking to me like that? If my condition worsens, it's all going to be your fault, you know?
Why is that?
It's obvious. You're the one who stressed me out. You know what they say, stress is the cause of illness, right? If something happens to me because of all this, I swear I'll curse you for the rest of my life. I mean it. Now get out of here. You're only making the atmosphere in this hospital worse.
I understand.
I swear, it would be great if you could just disappear far away from me. If you stay within a 50-mile radius, I'll never be rid of the stench of being a high school dropout. Life is so unfair. You, someone who has no ability, who isn't even smart, is healthy, while someone like me, who's actually a good person, is stuck with a sickly body.
Maybe that's true.
It really would have been better if things were the opposite. If you were sick instead, no one would care, right? It wouldn't matter to anyone.
Stop with your nonsense.
Oh, I have an amazing idea. Why don't we just completely sever everything? I think that's the best solution. Just cut it all off.
Cut ties? Fine, whatever. It's the least of my problems.
Yes! Honestly, having someone like you as my sister has always been a mistake from the start. From the moment we were born, it was wrong. Now, I'm finally free of that burden.
You really are the worst, you know?
Sarah, did you deliver Jessica's change of clothes?
Dad, I'm so sorry. I wasn't able to deliver them. But it's okay. You can bring them whenever you have time. There's no rush.
Huh? Was there some kind of problem?
Well, I had an accident. I fell and got the clothes all dirty.
Oh, I see.
I'm really sorry.
There's no need to apologize. Were you hurt?
No, I wasn't hurt.
That's good to hear, but this is a bit troublesome. I won't be able to visit tomorrow or the day after because I have some commitments. I'm sorry, but could you please go and bring the clothes again?
I can't do that. I might fall again.
Huh?
I'll just keep falling and falling over and over. Each time I'll get the clothes dirty again. I can't help it.
Why are you saying that, Sarah?
It's because I'm a high school dropout and I'm useless. That's just how I am.
What's going on, Sarah?
Dad, what if I told you I wanted to stop being a donor? What would you do?
Stop being a donor?
Well, of course you'd be disappointed in me, wouldn't you? You'd probably be angry with me.
What are you talking about? Of course I'd respect whatever decision you make.
Huh? But I'm the only one who can donate. If I don't do the surgery, Jessica won't get better, and she needs it so badly.
But even so, I wouldn't be mad at you if you didn't donate.
But Jessica is such an important daughter to you, Dad. How could you say that?
Of course she's important.
Then why not let me do it?
Because it's simple, isn't it? You're an important daughter to me as well.
Dad.
I know very well that you are a kind and caring child, Sarah. I've always seen that in you. And if you say you want to stop being a donor, then I know there must be a very important reason behind it.
Yes, there is.
If you're willing, would you mind sharing the reason with me?
All right, I'll tell you.
No way! So Jessica really said something like that?
Yes, it's true. She really said that to me.
Why? Did you two have a fight or something?
We didn't fight.
But even without fighting, how could she say something so cruel? That quiet, gentle Jessica.
Quiet and gentle Jessica, huh?
What do you mean?
It's true. She always put on this perfect act in front of adults. She was always so sweet and gentle around everyone. But when it came to me, she'd always act like this, like she hated me for no reason at all.
That's...
Every time I tried to speak up for myself, or even just disagree a little, she'd always turn the tables. She would bring up her illness and play the victim card, and before I knew it, everyone around us would be on her side. Everyone would turn against me, saying things like, "You're the older sister, she's sick, and you're being so harsh on her."
But she never did that in front of me.
You're right. She never did that when you were around. I think she knew it wouldn't work on you. She's smart, you know? Very clever when it comes to getting her way.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I didn't realize.
Don't apologize, Dad. I'm the one who should be sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I never really trusted you completely. Ever since I was little, the adults always made me out to be the bad guy. Everyone would side with Jessica, and I was left all alone. They always said, "You're the older sister. You should be more patient, more understanding." They never even thought about how I felt. I should have trusted you more and talked to you earlier. I should have confided in you.
Even so, that's my fault too. It's my responsibility for not being the kind of father you could trust. I'm really sorry, Sarah.
Please don't apologize, Dad.
I understand now. I've made you endure so much on your own, and I'm really sorry for that. From now on, you don't have to worry about Jessica or me anymore. Live your life however you want. I want you to be happy, Sarah. You don't have to take care of anyone anymore if it's going to be too much for you.
Thank you, Dad.
But still, I don't understand why she would do this.
I don't either, Dad. It's like she's been hiding something from everyone. She's always been so good at pretending, and now it feels like she's been pretending all this time, just to get people to feel sorry for her.
It must be hard for you, Sarah, to deal with this. I can see that it's been eating away at you for a long time.
Yeah, it has been. For a while now. I felt like I've been the bad one. The one who's always expected to do everything right, to look after Jessica, to take care of the family. It's exhausting.
I know I haven't been the best father, but I want you to know that I'll always support you from now on. No matter what, I'm here for you.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you for the change of clothes, Dad.
You're welcome.
Sarah fell and got her clothes dirty, didn't she? That's so like Sarah. It's up to me to stay on top of things and take care of everything.
Jessica.
What is it?
I need to talk to you about something important. You were scheduled for transplant surgery in 6 months, right?
Yes! Now I can finally get better!
Yes, that's right. Up until now, we've been using treatments that were just managing things, but your body has grown and reached the age where you can handle the surgery. So we decided to move forward with the transplant surgery to solve this problem at the root.
Yeah! I'm a little scared, but I'm so excited! After I get better, we can go on trips together, right, Dad?
Well, about that. The transplant surgery won't happen anymore.
What? Why?
The donor was supposed to be Sarah.
Sarah? I didn't hear anything about this.
You see, there are risks involved in being a donor. Ideally, we'd have found a matching donor before you were old enough for surgery. But in the end, no one was a match, so Sarah said she would donate for you.
But then there's no problem, right? If Sarah donates, everything will be fine.
No problem? Are you seriously saying there's no problem?
What's going on, Dad? I don't understand. You just need to do the surgery as planned, right?
Well, Sarah made it clear that she will not donate her organs.
What? What is that? Why? Even though there's a risk, she's my sister. She's my blood relative. A little risk is nothing.
Are you serious?
Dad, you need to tell her. Stop saying such nonsense and make her donate.
No, actually, I agree with Sarah's decision.
What? Why? Whose side are you on, Dad?
To me, both of you are important daughters. But in this situation, I stand by Sarah's decision.
Why?
Look back at what you've said to Sarah and what you've done.
Did she really snitch on me? I can't believe it.
I'm the one who can't believe this.
No, don't listen to her. I don't know what she said, but it's all lies.
What kind of benefit would Sarah gain from lying like that?
I don't know. Sarah's always been like this. She bullies me when no one's around. I haven't done anything wrong. I've been so scared and unable to talk to anyone about it. That's why.
It's just as Sarah said.
Huh?
Is that what you've been doing? Making Sarah the bad guy and trying to get people to sympathize with you? I really am a failure as a father. I can't believe I didn't see this sooner.
No! Why don't you believe me? Why do you only believe Sarah?
I've told you, both of you are my precious daughters. I don't just take one person's side without understanding everything. I've spent the last few days looking into this, asking around, listening to what people have said. And from everything I've gathered, I believe what Sarah said is the truth.
No. Wait! That's all part of her plan!
You know deep down that it doesn't make sense, right?
Because...
Either way, it's pointless to try to convince me. Sarah is the one who's the donor. If Sarah doesn't want to donate, then no one can force her.
That's not fair.
Well, the possibility of the transplant surgery isn't completely gone. Maybe another donor will come forward.
Maybe another donor will come forward? When?
Who knows? It could be next year, the year after.
It might be 5 years or even 10 years. Maybe it'll never happen.
That's also a possibility.
I can't accept that. Why? Why?
It's the consequences of your actions. Just accept it.
Why would you say that? I'm your precious child.
Yes, of course.
Then why?
I've already said Sarah is also my precious daughter.
Don't joke around. Don't put me and that woman on the same level.
Why do you look down on Sarah so much?
Of course I do. A high school dropout like her deserves to be looked down upon.
You!
Enough! I never thought you'd be such a horrible person. I'll convince her myself. Just leave me alone. Hey, Sarah.
Sarah? Is that me?
Of course. Who else could it be?
Aren't you mistaking me for someone else? We're supposed to be estranged, and besides, you've never once called me big sister except in front of other people.
Oh, come on. That was just a joke. Don't take it seriously. Did you seriously think I meant that?
No way. That doesn't change anything, though.
Come on, stop being so mean.
Mean?
That was just a cute little joke from your younger sister, you know? Just a small thing.
You're not cute, and you're not my little sister anymore either.
So enough already. Where are you right now? Tell me.
Right now, I'm in Vietnam.
What? Vietnam?
I got a little extra money recently, so I thought I'd go on a trip abroad. It's something I've dreamed of for a long time. So I thought, why not take a little trip around Southeast Asia?
Don't mess with me. You're off traveling the world while I'm here suffering from my illness.
What are you talking about? You were the one who said you wished I'd just disappear somewhere far away. Well, looks like I took your advice, right?
But still, overseas? And why, of all places, Southeast Asia?
Is there a problem?
Of course there is. What if you catch some strange disease or something?
Oh, how surprising. You're actually worried about me?
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried that if you catch some weird illness, it could interfere with your transplant surgery.
Ah, I see. Now I understand.
Anyway, come back home right now.
No way. I'm not coming back.
Don't be ridiculous. That body of yours doesn't belong only to you, you know.
Don't talk like I'm pregnant or something. My body is my own. And besides, I've already stopped being a donor.
Why?
Why? Take a look at everything that's happened up until now.
I couldn't help it. I didn't even know you were a donor. If I had known, I would have treated you better.
I don't need that kind of kindness from you. It's too late for that anyway. Nothing's going to change.
Stop it! You're just a high school dropout, and yet you keep causing me trouble.
You keep bringing up my being a high school dropout. Dad never told you about it. Well, I was the one who told him not to mention it.
Huh? What are you talking about? Explain it to me properly.
The reason I gave up on my education was because of you.
What?
To be honest, I gave up on going to school and started working to pay for your medical bills.
What are you saying? That can't be right. Dad works for a big company, and he should be making plenty of money.
Yes, Dad has worked hard for the family. But your treatment costs, with things that aren't covered by insurance, it wasn't easy to pay for. It wasn't a small amount of money. We even had to sell the car, and I had to stop fishing and golfing.
I didn't know about that.
I kept it a secret so that you wouldn't feel guilty or burdened. I didn't tell Dad that I gave up on school to make money for your treatment. And, by the way, I'm the one paying for your private room in the hospital, too.
Wait, what? The private room?
You're staying in a private room at the hospital, right? And it's not free, you know. Private rooms come with an extra cost. I thought since you're so sensitive, you wouldn't be able to handle a shared room. But, well, starting next month, you'll probably be moved to a shared room anyway.
What? Why?
Why? It's because I'm not paying for your donor fees, your private room, or your treatment anymore.
No. Why?
Why? You were the one who said you wanted to be estranged from me, right?
But I didn't know! I didn't know any of this!
That's not the point. It doesn't matter that you were a donor or that I gave up on school to help pay for your treatment. Those reasons don't matter. What matters is that I don't feel happy about it anymore.
But I'm the sick one. I've been in and out of the hospital since I was a child. My health has always been bad. And if my attitude's been poor at times, it's not like I can help it.
I used to think the same. That's why I've been putting up with it all this time. But now, I see things differently.
So then, what does that mean?
It means this. It's not just about being sick or having a bad attitude because of poor health. You've been showing me who you really are. And I finally understand. And because of that, I can't sympathize with you anymore. I don't feel any love for you anymore.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for everything. I apologize for everything I've done. Please, forgive me, Sarah.
I told you already not to call me Sarah. We're estranged, you and I, and it's final.
You can't do this. You can't just walk away like this, Sarah. You're my sister. You're the only family I have left.
You want to talk about family? What about the way you've treated me all these years? You think I've just been here waiting for you to be kind to me? I'm not your punching bag, Sarah. I'm not your emotional support when it's convenient for you. I've been carrying the weight of your behavior for far too long, and now it's enough.
No, I never meant to hurt you. I didn't realize how bad things had gotten between us. I never meant to push you away like this.
Well, you did. You pushed me away, and you were so selfish. You always expected things from me without ever considering how I felt. I've always been the one to pick up the pieces for you. But you never even tried to understand what I've been going through.
I didn't know. I didn't know how much pain I caused you. I never thought. I was too focused on myself. You're right. I should have seen it. I should have understood it better. But I didn't, and now I regret it.
You regret it? Well, it's too late for regrets, isn't it? You've been living your life without thinking about the consequences of your actions. I've had to deal with all the fallout of your decisions while you've gone on and lived your life, pretending like none of it mattered.
I thought you were strong, Sarah. I thought you could handle it all. I've been so selfish, trying to make everything okay for me without realizing how much you were suffering too.
You don't get it. You think I've been suffering because of your choices? No, I've been suffering because you've never once considered how your actions affect me. You just used me over and over again because you knew I'd always be there for you. But I'm done being used. I'm done.
Please don't say that. I'm begging you. I'm begging you to understand. I've made mistakes, and I'm so sorry. I don't know how to fix everything, but I want to try. I can't lose you. Not like this.
You already lost me a long time ago. It's not something you can fix with a few words. It's not about apologies. It's about what you did and what you never acknowledged. I don't need your apologies. I need actions, and you're too late for that.
I can change. I swear I will. I'll prove it to you. I'll do whatever it takes.
No, you won't. Because you're only thinking about what you want. You don't really understand what it means to change. You never have.
I can't believe this. I've lost everything, haven't I? I've lost you. I've lost my family. And now, I don't even know what I have left.
You still have yourself. But if you want to rebuild something, you need to start being honest with yourself. You can't just keep blaming everyone else for your mistakes. I've been waiting for you to figure that out, but it's too late. I can't wait anymore.
I don't know what to say anymore.
There's nothing left to say.
All I've done is try to get by, try to survive, and yet it feels like I've lost everything in the process. And now, I feel like I don't even know who you are anymore, Sarah. How did we get here?
You're still asking that question? After everything that's happened, after everything I've said? It's not that I don't want to tell you, but the truth is, I don't know if I can even trust you anymore.
But you've always been my sister. I've always known that no matter what, you'd be there for me. And now it's like you've just thrown it all away. Why can't you see that I need you? Why can't you see that I'm still the same person who loves you?
You say that now, but where were you when I needed you the most? Where were you when I was struggling and going through my darkest moments? You weren't there. You didn't even care. And that's something I can never forget.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was just trying to get by myself. I've always thought if I pushed forward, I could make it right. But I see now that I've been so wrong. I should have been there for you. I should have helped you when you were suffering. But instead, I was selfish.
It's not about being selfish. It's about being there for the people you love when it matters the most. You can't keep saying that you've been too busy or that you didn't know. I needed you, Sarah. I needed you to see me, to understand that I was hurting too. But you didn't, and that's where it all broke down.
What do you want me to do now? I know I can't change the past, but I'm begging you. Please, don't shut me out like this. I don't want to lose you. I'm still your sister. I still care about you.
You still don't get it. I can't just forgive you because you're my sister. I can't just let everything slide because you say you're sorry now. It's about the choices you made and how they've affected me. It's too late for words, Sarah. You've already shown me who you really are.
I know I failed you, and I don't know how to fix it. But I need you to know that I'll never stop trying. I don't care how long it takes. I'll keep fighting for us. I'll prove to you that I'm not the person I've been showing you. I'll prove that I can be better.
You keep saying that, but words aren't enough anymore. I need actions. I need you to show me that you can change. But more importantly, I need you to show yourself that you're capable of change. Until then, I'm not waiting anymore. The transplant surgery that had once been Jessica's only hope for survival was no longer a possibility. And as a result, she seemed to have fallen into an overwhelming sense of despair. It was as though the last shred of hope had been ripped away from her, leaving her in a state of emotional ruin. The prospect of the surgery had been the one thing that had kept her going through her illness. But with that option now off the table, she struggled to find a reason to keep fighting. The weight of her condition, combined with the emotional toll of losing that hope, took its toll on her mental state, and it was clear to everyone around her that she was no longer the same person. In the aftermath of this setback, Jessica found herself in an even more difficult financial situation. She could no longer afford the costs of her private room in the hospital, and she was moved into a shared ward. This change, though seemingly minor, had a profound effect on her. Jessica had always been someone who was extremely sensitive to her environment. She had grown accustomed to the luxury and privacy of a room to herself, and the thought of sharing a space with others filled her with anxiety. For her, this was more than just a financial issue. It felt like a violation of her personal space and a blow to her dignity. She could not bear the thought of living in close quarters with strangers, and it caused her great distress. Her unease soon manifested in her behavior. Unable to cope with the situation, she became increasingly irritable and volatile. She lashed out at those around her, snapping at the nurses, the doctors, and even the other patients in the ward. Her frustration, which had been building for some time, finally erupted in a storm of anger. At first, people tried to be understanding, knowing that she was going through a difficult time. But as the days passed, her outbursts became more frequent and more intense. Eventually, the kindness and patience that had once been extended to her began to fade. People started avoiding her, no longer offering the same level of sympathy that they had once shown. Her behavior had alienated her from the very people who might have been able to offer her some comfort. Meanwhile, I had been trying to be there for her, but my efforts were becoming increasingly strained. I had always done my best to support Jessica, but now I found myself unable to continue providing the kind of assistance that she needed. She could no longer afford the treatments that weren't covered by her insurance, the treatments that had once been her lifeline. In the past, I had stepped in to help cover these costs, doing everything I could to ensure that she received the care she needed. But now, I found myself unable to provide that support. My own financial resources were stretched thin, and I could no longer justify using my own savings to pay for her treatments. The financial burden, combined with her emotional outbursts, left me feeling helpless and exhausted. I was trapped in a situation where I felt like I was giving everything I had, yet it still wasn't enough. As for Jessica, her situation was growing more desperate by the day. The only remaining hope for her survival was the possibility of finding a suitable donor for the transplant. But the odds of this happening were slim. Both of us had rare blood types, and finding a match was a long shot at best. The chances of someone else, someone who wasn't family, being a suitable donor were even slimmer. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that there was little hope left. The transplant, once a beacon of possibility, now seemed like an impossible dream. It was as though we were stuck in a nightmare with no way out. Jessica seemed to be aware of the grim reality as well. The hope that had once fueled her determination slowly began to fade. Replaced by a sense of resignation, she stopped fighting as hard, no longer clinging to the possibility of a miracle. Instead, she retreated into herself, becoming quieter and more withdrawn. It was as if the life had been drained from her, leaving behind a hollow shell of the person she once was. Her body continued to deteriorate, but it was the emotional toll that seemed to be the most devastating. She no longer found joy in anything. She no longer cared about the things that used to bring her happiness. And it was heartbreaking to watch her slip away, knowing that there was nothing I could do to stop it. As the days turned into weeks, I began to feel the strain of the situation more acutely. I couldn't help but feel guilty for not being able to do more for her. But at the same time, I also began to feel resentful. It wasn't just her illness that was taking a toll on me. It was everything that had led up to this point. The years of caring for her, of sacrificing my own needs to put hers first, had left me emotionally drained. I had always been the one to pick up the slack when she needed help, the one to shoulder the burden when things got tough. But now, I was at my breaking point. I had nothing left to give. I had become increasingly aware of the emotional distance between us. The bond that we had once shared, the bond that had made me willing to do anything for her, seemed to have eroded over time. Jessica had changed in ways that I hadn't fully understood, and I had changed as well. The person I had once been, someone who would have sacrificed everything for her sister, was no longer the same. The love that had once been so strong now felt distant and faded, replaced by a sense of duty and obligation that I could no longer ignore. I was no longer the person who would have willingly become a donor, risking my own health and well-being for her sake. The thought of being tested to see if I could be a match for her transplant made me uneasy. It wasn't that I didn't care about her. It was that I had reached a point where I could no longer put myself in harm's way for someone who, to me, felt like a stranger. The emotional bond that had once made me feel like I would do anything for her no longer existed in the same way. It was as though we had become two different people, separated by more than just illness. There was a chasm between us that I couldn't bridge. It was a painful realization. I had always been there for her, but now I was forced to confront the truth that I didn't have the strength to keep going. I couldn't be the person she needed me to be anymore. I couldn't make the sacrifice that would save her life. And that realization hurt more than anything else. It felt like I was betraying her. But at the same time, I also felt like I was protecting myself from a pain I could no longer bear. I wondered if I was being cruel, if I was a terrible sister for not wanting to help her. But at the same time, I couldn't help but feel like I had given all I had to give. There was nothing left for her. Nothing left for me, and so I pulled away. I stopped offering support, stopped trying to find a way to help her. I avoided thinking about the transplant, avoided thinking about the possibility of saving her life. It was easier that way, easier to pretend like I didn't care. But deep down, I knew that I did care. I cared more than I wanted to admit, and that guilt, the feeling of not being able to do enough, weighed heavily on me. It was as though I was torn between two opposing forces, my love for her and my own need to protect myself from the emotional and physical toll of the situation. In the end, I didn't know what the right thing to do was. I only knew that I couldn't keep sacrificing myself for her, not when I had nothing left to give. And so, I asked myself again, was I a terrible sister? The question lingered, unanswered in my mind. I didn't know. All I knew was that I couldn't keep going down the same path. Something had to change. I didn't know what the future held for Jessica, and I didn't know what role I would play in it. All I knew was that I needed to find a way to move forward. Perhaps it was time for me to let go. Perhaps it was time for me to find peace, even if that meant stepping away from her in order to preserve my own well-being. It was a thought that filled me with both guilt and relief, but I couldn't ignore it any longer. As painful as it was, I had to accept the truth. I couldn't be her savior. And that, perhaps, was the hardest pill to swallow. What hurt the most, though, was the fact that I still loved her deeply. Even though I couldn't find a way to express it, I was trapped in a whirlwind of emotions, where guilt, love, resentment, and self-preservation all collided in an unrelenting storm. But in the end, I knew I had to stop pretending like everything was okay. I had to accept that I couldn't carry the weight of her world on my shoulders anymore, no matter how much I still wished I could.
Hi, excuse me, Karen. Could you help me find my seat? I'm the groom's mother.
Why are you bothering the staff?
Because I can't find my seat card anywhere.
Is that really such a big problem?
Yes, it actually is. The ceremony starts in 30 minutes.
And?
Karen, what's going on here?
What do you mean, what's going on?
I've checked every table 3 times. There's no place card with my name. Did something get mixed up with the seating arrangements?
Everything is exactly as planned. Nothing is wrong.
What does that mean?
It means stop making a fuss over nothing. You're embarrassing yourself in front of everyone.
Why wasn't I assigned a seat at the ceremony? I asked the venue staff, and they said you told them not to prepare one for me.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yes, that. I need an explanation. This is my son's wedding day, my very own son.
And what about it?
And I should have a seat at my son's wedding. This isn't some casual dinner party. This is one of the most important days of his life.
You really don't get it, do you?
Get what? What's there to get about this whole thing? I'm James's mother.
Unfortunately.
Excuse me?
Nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
I always knew you didn't like me, but I never thought you'd go this far. Refusing to give the groom's mother a seat at her own son's wedding? That's beyond cruel.
Hold on, you've got it all wrong. Actually, it's the opposite. I've prepared a special VIP seat just for you.
VIP seat? What are you talking about? I've checked everywhere.
Not everywhere.
Then where? Because I've looked at every table in the reception hall.
Did you check the hallway?
The hallway? Why would I check the hallway?
Yes, right there in the hallway. There is your seat. That's the perfect spot for white trash like you.
What did you just say to me? How can you be so cruel?
Oh, did I stutter? Let me be clearer. Your place is in the hallway, where you belong.
You can't be serious about this.
I'm being completely serious. Did you really think you'd be sitting with the rest of us, with the normal families?
Normal families? Are you saying I'm not? What exactly makes your family more normal than mine?
Where should I start? The fact that we're not dropouts. The fact that we're actually married. The fact that we didn't have children while we were still children ourselves.
My personal history has nothing to do with this wedding.
It has everything to do with this wedding. You're just an embarrassment. The help shouldn't mingle with the guests.
I'm not the help. I'm the groom's mother. I deserve to be at this wedding more than any of the guests.
A technicality. Nothing more.
A technicality? I raised him. I was there for every moment of his life. Of course I deserve to be here.
Don't act so surprised. It's only natural. After all, you dropped out of high school because you got knocked up. And you couldn't even manage to get married. Just another single mom on welfare. What a disgrace.
I worked 3 jobs to put him through school. I never took welfare. Not that it would be shameful if I had.
Oh, please. Spare me your sob story. We both know what kind of person you are.
What kind of person am I exactly? Someone who sacrificed everything for their child? Someone who worked day and night to give him opportunities?
Someone who ruined their life, and probably his too. Poor James. They say you can't choose your parents, but my God, he really drew the short straw with you.
James is proud of me, and I know it. He's told me that so many times.
He's just being polite. He's embarrassed by you. Everyone can see it.
That's not true. You don't know anything about our relationship.
I know enough. I know he deserves better than you.
Why are you being so cruel to me? This is supposed to be my son's wedding day. My son!
That's exactly my point. This beautiful wedding will be ruined if someone like you sits with the family. I'm sure deep down, James is embarrassed by you too. He's just too nice to say it.
You don't have the right to speak for my son. You have no right to assume his feelings either.
I understand him better than you ever could. I know what it's like to be from a good family. To have proper standards.
That's ridiculous! Having money doesn't make you a better mother.
No, but having class does. Something you clearly lack. It's time you faced reality. You're simply not fit to be James's mother. I am his real mother.
What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind or something?
I'm the one who understands him. I'm the one who knows what's best for him. I'm the one who can give him the family he deserves.
He already has a family. Me, his mother.
A proper family is what I meant. With a mother he doesn't have to be ashamed of.
James has never been ashamed of me. Never.
That's what you think. But I see how he acts at our country club. How he changes the subject when people ask about his background.
You're making that up. James doesn't even go to your country club.
Look, I'm actually being kind here. I didn't even want to invite you at all. You should be grateful I'm letting you watch from the hallway.
Grateful? For being treated like this at my own son's wedding?
Yes, grateful. Do you know how many strings I had to pull? How many people I had to convince? Do you have any ideas?
How is any of this something I should be grateful for? You're treating me like I'm not even human right now.
Ugh, this is exactly why lower-class people are so exhausting. You can't even understand when someone's doing you a favor. If you don't like it, you can leave.
A favor? You call this a favor?
Yes, a favor. I'm giving you a chance to be here at all. Most people in my position wouldn't even allow that.
Your position? What position is that exactly?
The position of someone who actually deserves to be here. Someone with breeding. Someone with standards.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. It's 2025, not 1925.
Some things never change. Like the fact that trash belongs in the hallway. You don't belong in the wedding room.
I'm starting to think you're not just cruel. You're actually unwell.
Excuse me? How dare you suggest I'm unwell? I'm not the one who got pregnant as a teenager.
That was over 20 years ago. Are you really still judging me for that?
Some sins can't be washed away, no matter how successful James became. You'll always be that girl who ruined her life.
Mom?
Yes?
No, not yes. Why are you standing in the hallway? The ceremony starts in 20 minutes. You need to be inside sitting here.
Because this is my assigned seat. Apparently.
You're assigned... What? Mom, what are you talking about? Seriously, you need to come in.
Your real mother told me this is where I belong. Her words, not mine.
My what? What are you talking about? Wait, are you saying we're not actually related or something?
Of course not. You're definitely my son. Trust me, I remember those 23 hours of labor quite vividly.
Then why did you say real mother? What's going on?
Ask your future mother-in-law. She seems to have some interesting ideas about family.
What does Karen have to do with this? Why aren't you inside? You really need to come in or we're gonna start.
Because according to her, I might contaminate the ceremony with my... what was it? Oh, right, my low-class background.
What? Mom, you're not making any sense. Please, explain from the beginning.
Honestly, I'm not even sure where to begin. Karen told me to stand in the hallway. Here, let me send you screenshots of our conversation.
Give me a minute to read through these. Is this real? Please tell me this is some kind of joke.
I wish it was. I actually thought it might be at first. Some weird pre-wedding prank or something.
Wow, this is awful! I can't believe this! I mean, I knew Karen could be difficult, but this is something else entirely!
Yeah, pretty shocking, right?
Well, half my shock is from the fact that you actually listened and stood in the hallway. Since when do you let people push you around like this?
Oh, be quiet. What was I supposed to do? I wasn't sure if this was some kind of joke. Or maybe some weird rich people tradition I didn't know about.
What kind of tradition would involve the groom's mother standing in a hallway?
I don't know. Your future in-laws play golf and belong to a country club. Maybe this is their version of a rehearsal dinner?
Mom, that makes absolutely no sense, and you know it doesn't make sense.
I know. But everything about this situation is so absurd. I guess I was just hoping there was some explanation. Any explanation other than pure cruelty.
Yeah, I guess this is so ridiculous that you'd think that. I'm so sorry you had to experience this.
Exactly. That's why I was just standing here waiting to see what would happen next. But now I'm starting to think this might be for real. Like, this is actually happening.
Oh, it's definitely for real. Actually, Emily warned me that her mom was different. But I never imagined anything like this. This goes way beyond different.
So this isn't a joke or a surprise that you guys planned? No hidden cameras? No gotcha moment coming? Anything?
No, definitely not. This was never a part of it. Just pure, unadulterated classism. I can't believe this is happening in 2025.
Haven't been sent to stand in a hallway since I got caught eating lunch early in high school. At least then I deserved it. Kind of.
Oh, God. I really didn't need to know my mom got in trouble for eating lunch early in high school. Some things should remain mysteries.
Hey, I was a growing girl! Do you know how long the fourth period felt on an empty stomach?
Everyone in high school's growing. That's not an excuse for lunch theft.
It wasn't theft. I just rearranged the scheduled eating time. Creatively.
Mom, please stop. I'd love to continue this conversation, but we can't. We have more important things to discuss right now. Like what we're gonna do about this situation. Anyway, what do you want to do now? Because I have some thoughts, and none of them involve you standing in this hallway.
What do you mean? Well, Karen did say if I don't like standing in the hallway, I can leave. Those were her exact words.
Then that's exactly what we'll do. I'm not having my wedding in a place where my mother isn't welcome, or with people who would treat you this way.
But James, this is your wedding day. Everything's all set up. All the guests are here.
I don't care. None of that matters if my own mother is being treated like this.
What about Emily? She's been looking forward to this day.
Emily would never want this either. Trust me. She'll understand.
Are you sure? I don't want to be the reason your wedding gets ruined.
You're not ruining anything. Karen is the one who ruined it. With her prejudice and cruelty.
Maybe I could just, I don't know, stand in the back? Just so the wedding can go on?
Absolutely not. I'm not letting anyone treat my mother like this. Not today, not ever.
James.
Okay then. Let's go home, Mom.
Yeah, okay. You're right. We shouldn't let anyone treat us this way.
Hey, James, sweetie, where are you? I can't see you anywhere. The photographer wants to take some pre-ceremony shots. Come show Mommy how handsome you look in your tuxedo.
Where? He's on his way home.
Home? Did he forget something? The ceremony is about to start. He needs to hurry back.
No, he didn't forget anything. The wedding is canceled.
What? What do you mean? Stop joking around. This isn't funny.
Nobody's joking. The wedding is off.
You can't do that. Do you have any idea how much this wedding cost? How many people flew in for this?
Maybe you should have thought about that before deciding to humiliate the groom's mother.
Humiliate? I was trying to help. To maintain certain standards.
It means exactly what she said. You can't possibly expect me to continue with the wedding after what you did to my mother. Did you really think I wouldn't find out?
Don't tell me she went crying to you. Like some victim. When she's the one causing problems.
She didn't have to. I saw everything. She showed me everything.
Wait, no. This is all a misunderstanding. You're only getting one side of the story.
What exactly am I misunderstanding? There's nothing ambiguous about what happened here. You told my mother to stand in the hallway like she was some kind of servant.
Whatever she told you, it's not true. She's the one who's wrong. She's manipulating you.
I saw the messages, Karen. Your exact words. Every single one of them.
Well, yes, but I only meant that if she wanted to leave, it was her choice.
Her choice between standing in a hallway or leaving her son's wedding? What kind of choice is that?
You don't understand. I was trying to protect our special day, to make everything perfect.
The venue is so huge, yet you couldn't find one seat for my mother in all these rooms? At any of these tables?
But the seating arrangements, the place cards, the photos.
Stop making excuses. Just stop.
Hold on, please. Why are you ruining everything? This was supposed to be a special day when we could finally become a real family.
What kind of family starts by humiliating someone's mother? What kind of family treats people this way?
How dare you? After everything I've done for this wedding, all the planning, all the money we spent.
I don't care about the money. I care about how you treat people, especially my mother.
How are you going to take responsibility for this? For embarrassing us in front of everyone?
Responsibility for what? For standing up to bullying? For protecting my mother?
You've ruined the entire wedding. All our plans. Everything.
This is clearly your fault. You made this choice, now you get to live with the consequences.
Always blaming others. Get back here right now. You need to get on your knees and apologize to all the guests for delaying the ceremony.
First you tell us to leave, then you tell us to come back? How self-centered can you get? Do you even hear yourself?
That woman has brainwashed you. The James I know would never act like this.
Excuse me? What do you mean, brainwashed? He's making his own choices.
You're using your position as his birth mother to manipulate him. Otherwise, there's no way he'd choose you over me. He knows better.
What? That makes no sense. He obviously just doesn't like you. And honestly, who could blame him? And why are you so obsessed with my son anyway? I don't understand why you hate me so much either. It's beyond dislike. You're treating me like your sworn enemy. Why?
Isn't it obvious? I can't stand that someone like you has been more blessed than me. You know what? I always wanted a son. but I could only have one child, and it had to be a girl. When that useless daughter of mine brought James home, I was amazed.
Don't talk about Emily that way. She's your daughter.
Such a perfect son. Kind, successful, and a lawyer, too. For the first time, I was actually glad I had Emily. I was so happy. Finally, I'd have the son I always wanted. But then there was one thing I couldn't accept.
What's that?
Her existence, of course. This person. I had such high hopes for James's parents. I imagined they must be such wonderful people to raise such a perfect son. But at the first meeting, all I see is some teen mom who raised him alone. Do you have any idea how much that infuriated me?
I don't understand why that would make you hate me. And teen mom? I'm over 40 now. I'm hardly a teenager anymore.
Oh, right. I guess that's another reason. You're so young.
Well, you had Emily later in life, after 40. I guess for someone pushing 60, having your dream son go to someone half your age must really sting. Is that what's really bothering you?
How dare you say that to me? You make it sound like I'm jealous of you or something. Me? Jealous of someone like you? Oh, please, I would never.
That's exactly what this is, isn't it? The age comments. The obsession with James. The hatred of me. It all makes sense now. You've been jealous of what a perfect son I have all this time.
No, it's not. I just think it's wrong that someone like you gets to be so fortunate. It's unfair. People like you are why there's so much injustice in the world.
You're not making any sense. Jealousy-fueled aggression is really scary. You're so desperate to deny your jealousy that you're making me the villain to justify your attacks. Hi, James. How's it going on your end? Any more incidents with Karen? Are you doing okay?
Terrible. Someone trashed the mailbox at my office again today. Third time this week.
They're still distributing those nasty flyers about me in my neighborhood. Mrs. Johnson from next door brought one over this morning. She was really concerned about this whole thing.
Yesterday they dumped trash in our yard right after we finished cleaning up from last time.
Raw garbage, to be specific. They made sure it would smell.
Does it really matter if it was raw or not? Trash is trash. That's not right for anyone to do that.
Excuse me? How can you say it doesn't matter? Raw garbage festers. It attracts animals, creates health hazards.
Well, I mean, is it worth specifying? It's all terrible.
Raw garbage and regular trash are completely different. Trust me, I know. I'm the one who had to clean it up.
Yes, Mom, I'm sorry. You're right about the raw garbage. That was definitely worse.
And you know what else? I'm not very tech-savvy, but apparently someone's been posting all sorts of things about us on message boards. My coworker showed me some of it. It's pretty vicious.
Yeah, defamation, baseless rumors, personal information. About Emily, too. They're really going all out.
They posted my work schedule online and called me all sorts of names. Made up stories about my past, too.
They're trying to paint you as some kind of terrible person, using every stereotype they can think of. It's disgusting. Why are people like this?
This timing and everything. Given the content of the posts, it's pretty obvious who's behind this. Only one person knows all these details about us.
I can't believe this. I've already reported it to the police, but we should probably take action ourselves before it gets even worse.
You mean...
Yeah, legal action. We have enough evidence now to do that.
Karen,
What?
I hear you've been having trouble with someone harassing you lately. Raw garbage dumped in your yard, defamatory flyers, nasty posts online. By any chance, would you happen to be behind all this?
What are you talking about? Of course I am. You deserved it. All of it.
Oh, really? But the security cameras... never mind.
Wait. Hold on. What security cameras?
Did you just confess? In writing? To all of it? You're admitting you did all that?
What? I mean, yes, of course I did it. Yes. That's what I'm saying. The garbage, the flyers, the online posts. It was all me. And I'm glad I did it.
Raw garbage, specifically. You made sure it would smell extra bad. That was a special touch.
What? Huh? Why do you keep mentioning that?
Nothing, never mind. But why? Why are you doing all this?
What do you mean, why? Did you think you could get away with what you did to me? With ruining everything?
That's not what I meant. Why are you being so open about it? Usually, people try to be more secretive about harassment. You know, deny everything.
Why should I hide? I'm delivering righteous punishment. I'm proud of what I'm doing. You deserve worse.
Wow. Just wow. This is actually kind of impressive.
And to think I spent a whole week gathering evidence before confronting her when she was just going to admit everything anyway.
What are you two mumbling about? What's so funny?
Karen.
What now? More complaints?
You do know what James does for a living, right?
Of course, he's a lawyer. Everyone knows that. That's one of the reasons he's so perfect.
So, you're harassing a lawyer and his family, and you think that's going to end well?
Wait, hold on. You're not planning to sue me, are you? You wouldn't dare.
Why wouldn't we? You've admitted to everything. In writing.
This is ridiculous. Why should I be sued when you're the one who wronged me? You ruined my perfect wedding. You turned my daughter against me.
Because you dumped garbage in our yard, spread our personal information online, and distributed defamatory flyers? All of which you just proudly confessed to?
That's nothing compared to what you did to me. I was just giving you the punishment you deserved. This is justice.
What kind of justice involves raw garbage?
Stop talking about the garbage. Why do you keep bringing that up?
Though, honestly, this worked out well.
What? What do you mean? How is any of this working out well for you?
We were already planning to sue you for making us cancel the wedding. We were going to claim the venue costs, but James said that would be tough.
Of course it would be. Because that was your fault. You chose to leave.
But with all this harassment now documented, our case is much stronger. We probably can't get the full amount, but we should be able to recover most of the wedding costs, plus damages for harassment, which should be quite substantial. Especially since you just admitted to everything.
Don't be ridiculous. I won't pay a cent. You can't make me.
That's not for you to decide. The court will determine that. And we have plenty of evidence, including your confession.
Why? Why should I, the victim?
Because you're the perpetrator, the harasser, the one who admitted to everything in writing.
Fine, I get it. I'll back down, okay? I'll let it go. But you have to promise not to sue and make Emily take back the whole cutting ties thing.
Ah, why should I, the victim, help my harasser avoid consequences? Absolutely not. Especially not about Emily taking back her decision. That's her choice, not mine.
What? Why? Why not? I'm her mother.
It's obvious, isn't it? Trash like you isn't fit to be Emily's mother. Your own words, just modified slightly. How does it feel? You're disgusting, Karen. We're all done with you. We won't be seeing you anymore. Goodbye, Karen. After that, we took Karen to court. With all the evidence we'd collected of her harassment, we won the case easily. Karen now has a criminal record and was ordered to pay substantial damages. Combined with the wedding venue costs, the total was quite significant. The scandal led Karen's husband to file for divorce. Emily's father, like his daughter, is a kind man, though somewhat timid. Like Emily, he'd never been able to stand up to Karen before. He apologized to us profusely for everything. Honestly, I had some thoughts about it. If he'd been stronger, maybe Emily wouldn't have had such a difficult childhood. But Emily forgave him, so I have no complaints. Besides, Karen was the real problem. Thanks to James's help, the divorce settlement was favorable to Emily's father. Although there was some division of assets, most of Karen's share went to paying the damages from our lawsuit. Karen ended up essentially penniless and was kicked out of her house. With her personality, she had no friends, and now rejected by both husband and daughter, even she seemed to lose her spirit. I heard she's living alone in a rundown apartment, scraping by on a small pension. By the way, James and Emily's wedding was held on a different date. This time, there was no seat for Karen. Not even in the hallway.